Hey, it's the Bettina Show. Thank you for tuning in. We're very glad to have a wonderful guest today, Barbara Brighton, one of Las Vegas's special friends. She's amazing. She's been an announcer and a performer and an entertainer and a comedian for so many years. She had her own show in Los Angeles for 3 years, and I can't wait to hear more about it and learn all about it. So that's
you're BB and I'm BB.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually BS.
B Bettina
That's
and
not good.
B Barbara Brighton. Exactly. That's okay. I mean, you know, but I love the similarity. We called each other. That's why we're dressed, matching.
We're in sync.
Turn yours down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
We can hear ourselves talking.
Oh, okay.
See, that's us.
Got it.
Anyway, hey, okay. First things first. Let's move this back just a tad. Okay.
No, I'm going to come back.
I wanted to say thank you for coming, and thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much. We are very glad to have local artists. My show is all about fashion, art, and interior design, floral design, performing artists, movie reviews, all kinds of things that I love. And I saw Barbara perform at the Miss Vegas.
Oh, the Lady Vegas?
Lady Vegas pageant.
Oh, good.
Here we are.
Okay, there we are. There we are.
And
yeah,
I met you by I watched you. You were doing the halftime or whatever they call it.
The intermission?
The intermission.
Not the Super Bowl.
Yeah, when the girls are all doing their costume changes.
Yes,
and it was a really interesting pageant, by the way. I never really seen one like that before. It had all the ages of women.
Yep.
Not the seniors, but not super young. It was more the mid-range ages, I guess. 30s,
I've done that several times as a judge.
Oh,
because now I'm judging beauty pageants. I'm glad they don't ask me to be in one.
Right. I know, me too. Oh,
but at that time, I think they had asked me to do a little Joan Rivers and to sing, I believe, with my friends Kimberly and Ron Knight. So that's where you saw me.
Yeah.
I got you.
That Kimberly with the short skirt, she was so
wonderful
cute.
from Australia. They're wonderful friends.
Such a cutie pie.
This is the only year they didn't do the Lady Vegas pageant. Maybe next year.
And Mayani Gray was a winner from the former year. And I just love her. I'm a big fan of hers. And so it was really fun to be there. I had made a costume for it. The reason I was there hanging out, actually doing some film footage, was for one of the contestants because I'd done a costume for her.
Oh.
A woman superhero, Vixen, gold Vixen costume. Anyway.
They dress like there's no end.
Yeah.
Don't they? They really take it seriously.
It was really fun.
They really did.
They had the white. I loved how they did it. They had the white clothes in one section. You know, they all had to come out in a white outfit, and it was neat. And then they had the talent, I guess, is the costume. They got to wear a costume. And I loved a lot of things about that pageant. It was very interesting. And Bunker Bradley got featured. He gives gives an outfit, and he's sort of a sponsor, right, for that.
It's wonderful. His couture. Have you seen his line?
Oh yeah.
With Rosalind, fabulous line.
Rosalind, they're really.
We're going to have a big event this year. You'll be invited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do the red carpet.
They're going to be on my show too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I talked with Bunker. And Rosalind's been out of town, but anyway.
She's in Australia.
Yeah. You're friends with them.
Oh yeah.
But any rate.
Wait, in case anybody's wondering why we're carrying our phones, because it's not like we're waiting for messages.
Right.
Like
we're watching ourselves live, which is really fun.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, it's a new world.
New thing for old people, like vintage people. Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, now let me ask you.
Okay.
Now I love Joan Rivers because of Fashion Police.
Okay.
You know, and all the other things that Joan Rivers did and represented.
Okay. You got a call already?
No, it's from my dad.
Oh, that's
We're not going to talk to you, Dad. Not right now.
Put him on vibrate.
He's going down. Yeah, I'm going to put a stop to all the music and things like that.
Okay.
At any rate, when we Joan Rivers, when I started watching, you know, to do research for this, to be able to interview you, I was looking at a lot of Joan Rivers things too, not just your page. She has a beautiful website with a lot of beautiful things that she's done in the past, where you were doing Barbara Streisand, and she sings great. Oh my gosh.
You're talking about me?
Yeah, you sound like Barbara Streisand.
Thank you.
You channeled Barbara Streisand right there on the
Well, you know, I don't
stage.
do anything on purpose. I was just given the gift of the voice. And in Florida, where I come from, everybody said to me, you should do Barbara Streisand. So I don't impersonate, I do a tribute.
I see.
To Barbara. I do a tribute to Funny Girl, where she started.
Oh, yeah.
And I talk all about the show. and then I integrate the hit songs from the show, and that's my tribute to Barbara. And then I have an intermission. I do a tribute to Joan. I'm more or less a schizophrenic when I'm doing this concert.
But it's really fun. It's fun. I mean, those are two of my favorite characters in the world, and you can do them. And you've got the guts and the chutzpah to do that kind of thing. Well, so you're performing arts. Now, when you started having your show, what year was that?
Which show? The talk show?
Your talk show, yeah.
When I lived in LA, actually, I was on General Hospital from 80 to 83.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I played the intensive care nurse.
Oh my gosh!
Can we put this down?
Sure, we can certainly do that.
You can give me the bottle of water.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Help yourself.
I played the intensive care nurse on GH. And then I did a talk show from 90 to 93, really dating myself. But you go through evolutions in this career, and someone created it for me. And, you know, my role models at that time were Oprah and Sally Jesse Raphael, when they all had their talk shows. And I was going like crazy. I said, I want to do that. And I was drawn to the talk show format.
So you just got excited about, now you'd already been a singer. How long had you been a singer?
Oh, all my life I was a singer. Okay. Just the last 10, 15 years am I a comedian.
But when you did it in Florida, you're Barbara Streisand, and when you started to impersonate.
No, tribute.
Or tribute.
Don't impersonate.
Excuse me, that's
you know what they do? They have the wig, they have the whole thing. I don't do that. I just have the voice.
Right. Yeah. She really did sound like Barbara Streisand, too. It was wonderful. So,
thank you.
And so, what year was that when you started your show?
To do what, the talk show? 90.
90. Okay, well, we're going to come back in just a second. We're just about to go. Yeah, we're going to take a break, and I want to thank you all for joining and tuning in. And I'm going to take a look at all the people who are tuning in, friends and family, and new friends, which is wonderful. So thanks for doing that, and the Bettina Show will be right back.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
Bettina Show. Thank you for writing in and watching us. We've noticed that Frank is watching.
Hi, Frank.
Barbara's friend. Thank you for watching.
My only friend.
Yeah, and my phone's having a little glitch with the live, but I'll get it later on. So I can't really see out of my phone who's watching right now, but I'll find out later.
Anyway, I want you to know the guy that's watching is really a nerd. He's the one that teaches me everything about the phone and computer and everything. God bless you, Frank. I'm talking to my phone like an idiot.
You're keeping her young, and that's a very important thing.
Thank you, Bettina. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's why I have teenage kids, but you think they teach me? No, I have to find out from other people.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to keep your older friends.
Well, you know, when you don't know
teach them what you know,
you call
and then you
ask questions.
You have to learn. We have to keep up with the times as much as we can.
Right,
you know?
right.
And even if we're late, we're still going to get there.
Okay.
So. Anyway, oh look, I'm showing some fashion.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right.
I love that outfit.
What is it?
It's
is
actually,
it a Cardi B?
Actually, it's Mary Katranzu, one of my favorite designers. But she's a high fashion designer. At any rate,
did you notice the fashions of today, Bettina? Can we talk?
What do you think?
Oh, don't ask me, please. I think they're horrible.
Yeah, I know the red carpet. Some of it. That's what we have. A few that we're gonna.
Well, not the red carpet.
We're gonna talk about
the award shows.
What do you think the regular fashion people wear all the time?
Oh my God!
I know people don't really dress. I know because I'll tell you something. That Mary Katranzu, I was researching her stuff today. She really didn't have that much black tie or
who's that?
This Mary Katranzu, this high fashion designer from Greece. She won the best designer of the world award a few years ago. She's very, very good. But she doesn't really have that much red carpet stuff actually, but she does have a lot of regular fashion, like raincoats, dresses that you'd wear to work, blouses, all this regular fashion. That's really what we need.
But I was speaking about the
things that are for every day.
I know. I'm talking about the rap artists.
Yeah, I know. And they'll wear
people that
sweatshirts
everybody
and
is desensitized to watching when you watch Entertainment Tonight or like even yesterday at the Super Bowl. And can we talk about what's his name? Maroon 5, Adam Levine, and his tattoos. Come on, we were waiting for him to take off his pants. I mean, everybody at the party
he
was saying
stripped one thing off and then he went for another.
I mean, you're supposed to listen to somebody sing. Nobody sings anymore.
He is fit, so that's good.
Well, I didn't want to look at his body with all those things and the rap artist with him. Who needs it? I thought it was really boring.
Yeah,
the halftime show. Yeah, I really was stupid.
I'm with you on that. I think they could.
Well, and everybody else at the party felt the same way, so I'm not alone.
Okay, so you got your group and their strong opinion.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there's something artists for everyone. Everybody's got their own tastes, and I wish that America did have more everyday fashion, like the street fashion was a lot more, I don't know, just richer and more elegant, more beautifully made, and
we say classy,
not just
classy,
classy, exactly. I mean, classic maybe, but also like, why do we have to get stuck in the t-shirt and hoodie era? It's been stuck there for quite a while.
Well, if you notice, like Donna Karan and very high fashion people like that do not design stuff like that. Because I don't think so anyway.
A lot of them do though, like Gautier and Dolce & Gabbana. They do hip street fashion, but theirs is of course elegant, gorgeous, high end. But
you can afford
I think that the
Gabbana.
Regular Joe has a little ways to go and a little work to do on their regular. Everyday.
Well, you're a designer, right, Bettina?
I am. Yeah, I do cocktail and evening wear, bathing suits. And I'm just starting a collection. I'm building a collection right now, but it's been a lot of years since I.
Do you have a bathing suit for an aging blonde?
Absolutely.
Really, it will cover my whole body.
Oh yeah, and it'll make you look very slenderized too.
Really?
Believe me, yes, I'm good at that. That's actually one of those weird gene things I have. I don't know, maybe because I'm a plus size girl and I look at what camouflages and creates an illusion.
Well, you're in now today. You know that?
And the cover-up's really important too.
Plus
you have to have the right cover-up to go with the garment. But at any rate, I wanted to know, what do you like the most about, like, why did you pick Joan Rivers?
Oh, I actually didn't.
You're a Jewish woman.
Yeah.
Do you feel
but
like you relate to her?
Well, I can, because...
You're a Jewish princess, just like her.
No, I'm not at all. I'm nothing like that. Off stage, she's a wonderful person. She was wonderful. Her? Yes, I did. It's not who she's created on stage. That's a different persona.
I've been watching a lot of film footage about her, and she had that show called In Bed with Joan, where she had people come and they weren't really getting their clothes off, but they had their clothes on, they're laying on the bed, they're sitting with the pillows behind them, and it's In Bed with Joan, and then she interviews them in the bed.
Yeah.
So maybe they're more intimate, and they drop their guard a little more, but it was fun. It was interesting, and
but you asked me how I started, right? Okay, my agent recommended.
Oh, he did?
In Florida. I came from Florida. Donna Kay, I always mention her, give her credit, because she did change my life with famous faces. And she said to me one time, you should do Joan Rivers, Barbara, because I was working in a club. And this
did you have a regular thing that you just like lounge music, or
what do you mean? What I was
like
when I was singing?
Torch music? What kind of music
no,
did you sing
I'm a
in
Broadway
the club?
performer.
So you did the Broadway hits?
Yeah, I did 10 Broadway shows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started out on Broadway. Believe me, I'm schizophrenic. I multitask. But
awesome.
anyway, the guy that I was working for asked me to do comedy. And that's way before Joan even. I was doing comedy, and I loved comedy.
Yeah,
I didn't want to sing. I just
think-
wanted to do comedy.
I was telling you we do that Geezy and the Frenemies, which is the comedy on this network. We have a really great comedy. It's coming up later tonight. And you said that you started out that way doing the skits, like kind of like Carol Burnett skits.
Well, I
and
started
Saturday
out
Night
doing
Live little
improv
skits
in Los Angeles with Harvey Lembeck. And we studied with Robin Williams. Sorry, not to drop names.
Yeah, go for
But
it. It's
Sally
okay.
Kirkland.
Do it.
Robin Williams came. Did I say Robin? I'm getting old. And he came in one day and he couldn't do the double take. It was really funny. And he was doing like Mark and Mindy. So Harvey taught a lot of great stuff. Penny Marshall. All these stars. We had like Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night classes.
Funny.
And I started doing
the
improv because I wanted to be funny.
You wanted to be able to do that.
Yes,
You're
I
quick.
did.
You
I
think
did.
quick, and I
Yeah,
think that's what it
I did.
takes.
But anyway, I wanted to get back to Joan.
Yeah.
So to make it long story short, she said you should do Joan, and I didn't hear Joan's voice. You have to hear the voice before you can impersonate or tribute somebody. So I said, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So she says, I have a lot of jobs for you. I said, great. I'm not ready.
You didn't have it down. You didn't have it like where people would say, yeah, that was Joan.
And then a friend of mine who was talking to said, can we talk? Can we talk? I got the voice.
There
I'm
it
ready.
is. It came, like those
It
little
came.
statements.
So now I sort of do it.
I love it.
Can we talk?
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect. She sounded like she was, oh my God, Joan, thank you for
It's
coming.
hard, though.
Thank you for coming, Jonah. It's like she's my mom. I love her.
But it's so funny because I have to go to sing in between comedy and I have to protect the voice.
Sure.
So it's
you can't be
kind
yelling.
No, it's kind of
It's
hard
not good.
to balance the two. So sometimes
Can't hurt
I
your
leave
voice.
Joan alone and I do my own stand-up.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Gotcha. Give her a rest. Yeah. And the fashion police, there's a lot of them that were totally bleeped. They're so dirty. And I couldn't even, repeat them. But some that were decent, I could share about, and I thought were hilarious. Some of the funny things they did in all the groups that they had
And the
together.
fashion police, you mean?
Yeah, the fashion police with Sharon Osbourne and
her daughter.
Juliana and her daughter. Yeah, and the guy. Anyway.
Kelly Osbourne.
Yeah, Kelly. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I adore them.
It's called
and
nepotism.
I hope that they actually will do it again because I think that there's a need for that and we miss it.
But nobody
Everybody
can
misses
replace
it.
Joan.
No one could replace Joan, but they got that name and nobody can use the name, of course. It's their name.
Right.
They should maybe get a little group of people or, some of the same people and add another person in. If it's not as fun and witty as it used to be, it's still going to be a good show. Because
Well, I think her
fashion police
daughter
is
took
needed.
it over. Melissa.
Has she been
I
doing
think she's
the red
producing
carpet?
it. No, I don't think she's doing
What does
the
she
red
do?
carpet. She produces Fashion Police. I don't know if it's still on the air or
Yeah,
not.
I don't think I've been looking for it. I don't think it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're about to end this segment, and thank you again for tuning in. Any more of your friends call in?
I don't know. Should I look at the phone?
We gotta look.
It's so gauche to look at the phone.
I know, right? But this is the way we do it. On this
really?
Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, Jack, Captain JB, Mark Burris, Rocco, Lewis, Johnny, Mark, Tom, Richard, Deborah,
Mark,
Javier. Hi,
thank
Mark,
you
and
for
Frank.
watching.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you.
They're probably your friends.
Maybe some of them.
Because I don't know any of those people.
Thank you. And socialmediashows.com.
Thank you.
We've got to take a little break. Thank you for calling. We're done? We stopped? Oh, okay.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach
we are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
we are a family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
Hi, it's the Bettina Show. Thank you for tuning in. It's wonderful to have you back. This is my good friend JC,
Crisologo. Thank you for having me in your show.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. He's a great fashionista. And
I would
then we
kiss
have
you, but-
Kevon Tyrre, who's an amazing.
Tyrre.
Sorry,
It's
Tyrre.
all right. You should-
I'm Miss Malapropism. I
Listen,
get
it's
names
not-
wrong.
I always get her name wrong. She gets my name wrong because her name is interesting and you're just a white chick. You can't help yourself. That's all right.
One time somebody called me Crisologo. I said, oh, I love the sound of that. I'm going to turn it into a fashion label.
Sounds
I just
good.
think because you
Sounds
just like to
good.
pop off. That's what that is.
Oh, all the
What's
time.
that mean?
All
Oh,
the
goodness.
time.
I know.
But he's an amazing singer, and he performs all over town. And speaking of fashion, I gotta say, Kevon, his mother is a good designer, and she
Yes.
does amazing vests for him, tons of them.
Yes.
I mean, and he even has a website where they're sold, right?
Yes. Well,
Beautiful.
this because like this one right here. This is one that she tailored.
Ooh.
It's
So
not-
she tailored
It's
this
not
personally.
super fancy, but it's
No,
nice.
it's something. It's I call this one of my community vests.
Okay. Oh,
So
The
that way I can wear it
director
for
wants
shows.
you to remove that to reveal
Well,
what's
I'm not
inside.
getting too crazy. I'm not getting too crazy. See, yeah, our director's trying to be cute, but we're not gonna go that far. Right. But
I really
yes.
appreciate that somebody is as expert a seamstress as she is, and
Mhm.
I would say couture level, very beautifully done,
Yes.
and handwork. And she actually has a website, and they are selling those. Any performers or people who
Yes.
just want amazing product, beautiful, give your
Yes,
dimensions.
you will go to the Art of Ingeoni, which is right here on Facebook. You go to that page, and you can go ahead and hit her up and say that you were referred by myself, Kevon Tyrre, aka her son. So you know, I'm the spokesperson for her, obviously.
Best
And
person.
just go ahead and let her know what your style is and what you're into, and she will make a custom-made outfit, not just a vest, custom-made outfit specific to your style, your dimensions, and everything that you are as a person.
Very beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I love that. You guys have got something set up like that. It's really good.
Yeah.
And when he performs, he looks good. He always he has different themes.
I'm
And
just trying to catch up to this guy right here.
yeah, and then JC, he has been around the fashion business for so many years. He is an amazing merchandiser and designer and retail person. He's been at the top and done everything and been everywhere and seen everybody, and he knows a lot about fashion. He used to work for one of the best. Who was the designer you worked for in your country?
In the Philippines, I worked for Aure Alonso, and he designed for Elizabeth Taylor, Shirley MacLaine, Empress Faradiva.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And you had the opportunity to be an apprentice there, or to be a designer
and of
there?
course he also designed for Imelda Marcos, and that's how he got all the free plane rides you know, when he needed to attend.
Frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
They weren't. This honestly, them
And-
people probably would
no.
come if he
And did
got
she
that
bring all
line
those
in.
shoes
No,
with her on
no.
those plane rides?
Oh no, Imelda wasn't with
Oh,
her,
that's-
with him.
okay.
You know, he just told the
Okay.
pilot to wait.
I
for
just
him.
thought that.
There you go. He had it like
He
that.
had it, yeah.
Obviously.
That's pretty fun. Did you get to go on any jet setting?
Unfortunately, no, because when I worked for him, he was already, you know, beyond the top of his game, so he didn't need to travel that much anymore.
Wow,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
He just had his
But
underlings.
he had all
in the
his
corner.
trophies and his photographs and his magazine clips and
and
all
his
that.
accolades, and he was just like,
Yeah.
yes,
He was cruising, right?
Yeah, just-
and
Yes,
that's what he
at
could
that
do
have
your
time in his
thing, do
life,
your thing,
yeah.
underling. I have this
Yes.
underling. Go to work.
Well, it takes a lot of years to get up to the level where you have it cruising good like that. And that's what
That's
everybody
true.
wants, especially by our older years. We would love to have our life established. Sometimes artists can be very discouraged. It's hard to make it in a
Yes.
creative career. And
It is
sometimes
very
they're,
hard.
hate to say it, but the most used and abused people sometimes in the businesses.
Mhm.
But you have
Yes.
to learn, if you're the people who persevere, learn, and stick with it, really, usually you can get somewhere by if you stick with it.
I usually
Yes.
see for a lot of those cases, and honestly, we're not just talking about people that just blow up, but just people that are making it a living. You just kind of find your niche and where it fits best for you. And sometimes being the biggest name in the world won't happen for you. Sometimes it's just you have a competitive market, you have a competitive brand, you
Right.
do it really
Yes.
well,
Yes.
and you just network and work it, and you're able to make, say, 60 grand a year,
Yes.
but you do that as your full-time job.
Mhm.
You know, so a lot of times in the business of creating, we always have these big lofty ideas. It's not that they're not good to have,
Yes,
Right.
yes.
but you know, once you get to a certain thing, you have to be realistic. And how do you make that your bread and butter
Right.
Yeah.
in the real world, and
Right.
still having goals and still understanding
Right.
that
Yeah.
I may
yeah.
not be Houston or Calvin Klein,
Right.
but I could do it within my region
Absolutely,
and make good
yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was younger, I taught school at 3 different fashion design colleges, and I noticed the students here in Las Vegas. It was very strange to me that AIDT college where I taught at one point, they didn't seem like they wanted to go into the business after they graduated, and I was scratching
Where
my
did they
head.
want to go?
They wanted to be bartenders and waitresses
Oh,
and make
God.
a lot of money per
Then
year.
why go to fashion school
I
if
know.
you just want
Well,
to be a
you know,
bartender?
on
I
a
already
level,
know the
after
logic
I
of that
lived
going
here a
up
few
here.
years, I got it on a
Mhm.
level. I
Right.
understood why you're young, you're attractive, you have the energy. I understand on a level why you would want to do that, but it broke my heart a little because I gave my all as a teacher, and I really wanted to see them start doing things.
Mhm.
So I don't know if any of you are out there and you notice me, but if you are, I'd love to hear how you're doing. If you've started to be an apprentice or work as
Well,
a clothing designer.
I have a
Yes,
question
yes.
about that. Would they, because from my point of view, because I grew up in this town, so I
Mhm.
know for a lot of people, especially who have even long-term goals, their thing is, I want to get the money, I want to cake up, stack up, get what I want to get, and now they have the means to invest in themselves
I
later
got
on
it.
down the
Right.
road.
That's another
Yeah.
way of doing business, and it's
Yes.
definitely a viable idea. Definitely, absolutely.
Because a lot of people,
Yes.
they don't want to struggle, because I mean, guys struggle because they figure they want to do this.
Yeah.
In my experience, women don't like struggling. They want to be pretty. They want to get what they want to get. They want to hang out and have a
I
good
don't know.
time.
I don't know. I think it's more the garment industry left America at the end of the 90s, and it's harder to find jobs in factories these days in America.
Yeah,
There's only
yeah.
10% done here anymore. So, it's kind of like there's really no, here in our city, there's Circus du Soleil. I mean, people couldn't get a job there apprenticing or being something, sweeping up and
I
learning.
get,
and
I
fitting in.
get what you're going,
Or
but I
there's-
see
but
it.
you're
I
really
see it
not going to
slightly.
learn the craft as well as if you were in a factory and
I
you were
understand,
doing
but
collections every year.
I see it a little differently, because now we're in the age of everyone being their own entrepreneur, being their own self-contained business.
But I tell you something, the people who are, it's great that they think that way and want to do that, but the old timers, people like me who were 35 years in the business doing the pattern making and designing and working my way up over a lot of years, working for a lot of factories and a lot of designers. I worked for some of the biggest designers in LA.
I get what you're saying.
But you know what? I wouldn't respect somebody who wouldn't put a little time into paying your dues
But
if you want to sing the blues.
I get what you're saying, but see, there's
You
a
gotta
difference.
pay your dues if
but
you
that's
want
not,
to
but
sing
that,
the blues.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm actually saying something quite different. You have to change the perspective of what you're talking about. And this is my example. Let me use what I say as a musician. back in the day, you used to have people that did major labels, Warner Brothers, Atlanta, et cetera, et cetera. Now, you don't need those anymore. And we're not talking about not paying your dues, because you still have to be noticed. You still have to be acknowledged. You still got to do those crappy shows. You still got to do all the stuff you have to do.
But you can put it on YouTube.
Yes, you can.
Which is, you know, cheap and free, right?
Yes, it is. But see, let's go back to your perspective as the creative designers. If you have someone out there who's showing off their work, and they're obviously improving as they do it, and they show it on Facebook, they show it on YouTube, et cetera, eventually they build their own brand through trial and error.
I agree.
So it's a new thing. You're just not going through it in the way that you're used to.
I agree, but unless they have the foundation, people to produce the garments and make the customer happy and make a beautiful garment that holds up and doesn't fall apart.
It's just a different, but it's just
if they don't have all the background for that and all the
background by that is earned through
infrastructure.
Yeah,
that costs a lot of money. That
of course it
infrastructure.
Does. But that infrastructure does not necessarily mean to be going through Tom Ford. You can learn that through trial and error based on the tooling that you have and just living life.
You got it. You're right. Okay. At any rate, are we about to end the segment?
Yes. Yeah. 1 minute.
I wanted to thank you guys both to come talk about fashion.
Thank you.
I love to get into it with you guys. We could get scrappier even more. That would be fun.
That's not fair to me, girl, because I'm a lightweight.
He will always. Oh, you're not either. He's a heavyweight. Believe me. Believe me. And so is JC. I mean, I love this guy.
Oh, so thank you.
I just really am thrilled to be able to be here, and thank you for showing up and being on our show, watching our show today.
It's our pleasure.
We're going to have some more critiques of fashion in a little bit.
That's right. Teamwork make the dream work, baby.
Yay.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
Social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and
Here we go.
Yeah. In March. Hey, are we on?
Yes.
Hey, this is Bettina Show. Thank you for tuning in. We're really glad you came back. And I have JC. I have Kevon. I have Barbara Brighton, our fabulous star from Las Vegas. And we're going to talk about fashion a little more. First, though, I want to mention that Barbara is doing a lot of things in town always. So go ahead and share where you're working right now.
I just came back from Florida and LA, but my next thing for the public is March 1st. I'm actually doing a tribute. What am I doing? I'm at the Orleans a lot for the Red Hats Society. I'm doing Joan. I'm part of their convention. But March 16th, for the Spotlight Spectacular at the Orleans, I'm emceeing the show. And we're going to have Bruce Harper and the big orchestra and all the local wonderful stars from Las Vegas. And that's March 16th from 10 to 2. It's free. We have free food, free everything's like 5,000 people come. It's for the seniors.
It's going to be
So
great. And
y'all
you're the
come.
she's the
Oh, well, see,
spokesmodel.
I'm
Yeah,
feel
well, I'm
good.
emceeing. I'm
You're the
emceeing.
emceeing.
I'm gonna take that as my OG training card
Yeah,
if I go over there.
come. Okay, all right.
And actually, Barbara is so beloved in our community.
Oh.
I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people who are excited to hear you perform, and you're going to perform a little too. Or?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, good.
Well,
good.
I usually twice a year do comedy because I'm the only one on the show that does. Everybody else sings. There's a billion singers here.
Oh, yeah.
So they hire
Yes,
me
yes,
because I'm a comedian.
God knows I know
This
that.
This time they asked me to MC, and I'll do a little bit of everything. So I'm thrilled.
That's fun.
March 16th.
March 16th.
Spotlight Spectacular Orleans.
Yeah, be there or be square.
Right, that's
Everybody
right.
should go.
Free.
It's really
And
fun.
that, you know what? And that
Free
motto
stuff.
makes sense for the age group we're talking about.
It
So there you
does.
go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
there you
right.
go.
They're gonna
Right.
love Barbara Streisand and
Yeah.
Joan Rivers and all the fun stuff that I'm sure that you'll come up with as you go along.
Well, there's a lot of great entertainment too. So
Mhm.
everybody knows that event. So you'll come. Y'all come.
Y'all come.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
will. We've got to
Right.
meet everybody.
Mhm.
That would be fun. And let's see. By the way, do you have anywhere that you're performing right now that you'd like to share about where you are?
Oh,
He performs at all the hotels.
I'm all over the place, but I will be with Forefront this Friday and Saturday. I will be at the Paris. We play from 6:30 to 8:30.
You're in the little
the
lounge
Paris.
there?
Yes,
Oh,
at the Cabaret
nice.
Lounge. Yeah,
I
so
know
they
that.
they do that like top, old school.
You look like a black
classic sounds.
Frenchman.
Yeah.
You put on your French accent.
Oh yeah,
when
you know
you're
I do
over
that. Voulez-vous?
Yeah,
voulez-vous.
Coucher avec moi.
He used
There
to
you
do
go.
that
Don't
in my
answer,
comedy.
Here we go. See, shameless plug. There we go. Shameless plug. Here's
And where's the Magician with Honey?
oh well, yeah.
Musician
Of
loves
course.
honey.
Here we
It's
go.
not-
Well, we do that.
it's
Yeah.
musician.
Since the director plugged herself, basically, since we're on the same network. That's Tuesdays between 3 and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do it live, like this show right here. All right.
I
Now
know,
you
it's
got
so
your love. You got your
magical.
shine.
It's
There you
super
go.
fun.
It's super
I mean,
magical.
Gosh, I mean, they compete. They are the most competitive couple. They compete over everything. That roller skating challenge was hilarious. I mean, I was there. I saw her doing her thing. They laid it down. They had a great time doing that, and it was really cute. So watch their older shows. The older ones, they're really good. They're all
So
archived.
yeah, this
They're
show
all
and all the
archived.
other shows are on social media shows.
Yeah.
Please check us out. Having a great time. It's always fun.
Yeah, they're really good. And JC's shows are hilarious too. He's
Well, I only have one hilarious show because
he
the
has
other
one.
one is
Yeah,
Fab Life.
one Fab Life is all about fashion. He
Yes,
does
'cause
reviews.
what's fabulous
and-
is his hair.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is.
Oh,
quite
yeah.
fabulous.
Swag.
That's the swag.
Merci
Have the
beaucoup,
rules.
monsieur.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, JC and I just we just went to a fashion show yesterday. Was it yesterday? Oh my
Saturday.
God. Saturday. And we saw a bunch of fashion at the Boulevard Mall. That was a brand new thing that's going to come again in a few months in the summer.
Yes.
But it's a group of designers who got together, and they're showing that a lot of cover singing, a lot of nice rap music, and a couple of original people singing while the fashion show was going. We saw a lot of nice fashion. We discovered a hot new model, Nia.
Yes.
Hey, Nia, you're going to be on
Nia,
sometime.
yes.
You're going to be on.
Mhm.
She's going to wear one of my dresses
But
soon.
get ready for September.
Yeah.
Oh,
Manhattan Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward
this
to
is
that.
the
Yes,
rumor. The
yes.
rumor
We're
is
flying
we're going
out
to
to New
Manhattan
York.
Fashion Week, but I
Yeah.
don't know. The jury's not out.
Yeah.
So, but at any rate, it's quite a big idea and endeavor, though. But how exciting if you go.
Well, I did the September one, so we
did.
have to all go.
Do you know David Tupaz? He's a wonderful designer.
That's who I want to
New York.
meet. I would
Oh,
love to meet
wonderful.
David.
He's a great
yeah.
guy.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I will
Yes,
plug
I
for
would
David
love to
Topaz.
meet.
I've reached out to try to get him on my show. Hopefully, David, let you
Yes,
know we
David,
want you over
please.
here.
Wonderful designer.
I'd love to interview
Yes.
you and have a talk with you because I've reached out, but I don't know on Facebook. I don't have his personal phone number. So
Well,
anyway,
Facebook is good enough. That's the
Yeah,
social media
that's
world that
fine.
we're in.
and I think his sister was watching last time. So Christine, let your brother know. All right?
Yes, please.
Call him up.
We're
You
gonna
live
have to
with him,
raid
so-
his couture salon one of these
Yeah, we'll have to
days.
rate it. We went
boy.
by the
Yes.
other day. I was showing
Yes, we'll
JC
rate it.
where it is, and we'll have to go by.
Yeah, we
But
will.
when he's in town,
I can
he
give you
travels
his
a lot.
phone number. I have his number.
Oh, she's
Oh,
got his
my God.
number. Oh, she's got his number.
Well, he's a
right.
wonderful
Yeah.
designer. We had a lot of events.
He's
in
like,
this-
yes, we play Porcheesi
Yes.
every
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yes.
He's
It's
a
from-
fine individual.
it's Baccarat.
Right. He's it's Baccarat.
they play
What's with the
Baccarat.
accent,
I don't,
Kevon?
well, I just figured figured, since
Thursday.
since we're fancy. I
fancy.
have him every Thursday.
Well, I have to explain to you.
we play
that
Pinochle.
He used to play Domesy in my comedy show.
Oh, yeah.
Used to play who?
Domesy.
He played
What's
a
that?
butler. The
Basically,
Right,
he's a
he
butler.
used to
Kevon,
be-
you mean?
a sexy
butler.
butler, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
what it was supposed
And
to
I
be.
play the role of this flamboyant billionaire designer, and
Oh,
he's Domesy.
really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so
Nobody
Right.
would think you're
And then the Tina
flamboyant.
Turner, and then we have Tina Turner,
see,
his best friend.
I love that about you.
Shade,
Go
shade,
ahead.
Never,
shade.
they'll
Go.
never believe that.
No, there you go.
And his best friend is Tina Turnip, and
Oh,
it's
funny.
Dania Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
And she plays Tina Turnip, and she's
Yeah.
on his show all the time.
Then-
And she's actually
she's a friend of mine. I
a
love her.
tribute,
Yeah.
artist, yeah.
Right, she knows her. They're
Yeah.
friends.
Wonderful, yeah.
She would have been here tonight. She said something
Yeah.
came up she had to do, but
she's a really smart girl. Besides
is.
being a,
yes,
she's like a
Yeah.
psychological, very
Oh,
smart
yeah,
girl.
she
she's
is.
in the mental
Besides
health.
a tribute,
She's in
yeah.
the mental health field.
I've
and she
noticed
leads-
most of the people that
helps a
are
lot
very
of people.
intelligent turned
Yeah.
out to be a little bit that need a V8 because they're kind of on tilt.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
She's
V8?
in the ass-
Yeah,
she's
they
in the- she's
need
in-
a V8 because they're a little bit on tilt.
Well, you
She's
gotta
just a
love
bit.
us.
She's a good actress. Honestly, JC and here are fabulous, and they are really nice to let me be a visitor, and I'm enjoying being on the show sometimes as a Betty from England.
I changed your last name, by the
Oh,
way, since you
okay.
didn't like Booper.
Yeah.
I called you Buchanan.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember Betty Boop?
Betty.
I want to
She
be
doesn't like
loved
that.
by you. Probably don't know. You're
You
too
should
young.
be
Oh,
Betty.
so
I know
we
Betty
definitely
Boop.
know Betty.
I
Oh,
know
you do?
Betty
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
At any rate,
I am
but-
old and beautiful, baby.
And I'm older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old
But,
and beautiful, baby.
yeah.
I wanted to say though that we've got some fashion to critique. Are we
Okay.
gonna show it?
Okay.
We're gonna talk. We can't do what Joan Rivers did, but we'd like to critique some fashion. We did the Golden Globes last week and the Critics' Choice Award, and so we spoke about a lot of the great, beautiful fashion. Today we thought we'd maybe look at some things that we could critique. And so, what do you have on the screen for us?
The blue one.
The blue one? Oh, okay. That's a beautiful garment. That's actually from Mary Katranzu. So they can't see it on the screen.
No, they can. But
Oh,
No,
they
but
can.
These guys
this is
can't.
delayed.
These guys
How
can't.
can
Right,
we
right,
critique
right,
it then?
right.
Okay,
Right.
then I'm gonna just have to talk about Mary Katranzu. She's amazing. She's one of
Oh,
my
we
favorite
see it
top.
there. There it
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Where
there
a top
it is.
couture.
They just
Well, no,
show
that's
Oh,
my
on the
that's
left,
my
you mean.
trailer. That's my
Yes.
trailer. That's all the
Oh.
stuff that
We
I.
can't
It's
critique
gonna come
it.
up. No, it's gonna come
Okay.
up.
There it
that-
is.
But you're gonna
You
get
got it.
four
See,
different
okay, here it
opinions.
is. Now here. So
But didn't
this
we talk
dress,
about her before?
This is spring. Now, Mary Katranzu
Looks
is
like,
a very big high fashion designer who's from
Uh-huh.
Greece, and she's fantastic. And she just
like
did
finger
something
painting
for
or
Victoria's
something.
Secret.
I agree.
She partnered with Victoria's Secret. She did the new, how Victoria's Secret's following has gone down, apparently, like by a lot. And it had its heyday. It's almost like
They make
but-
great bras.
Oh,
I'm wearing one.
think?
Oh, there
Hello.
you go.
Oh, yeah, I
The
love
secret's
Victoria's
out now,
Secret.
girl.
Yeah,
The
right.
secret's
The
out.
secret's out
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Victoria's
I
Secret.
am green with envy.
Mhm. No shock there either. Hello.
I'm green with envy.
But Mary, I'm very impressed that they picked her, Mary Katranzu's designs to be partnering with Victoria's Secret, and the new, beautiful head backpacks and the wings and all the neat stuff, fabulous by Mary Katranzu. You can just see she does this collection with the flowers. She always does romantic flower
Well, she
type
looks
stuff.
kind of weird with the shoulders. I mean, what is that?
Oh,
We're
those
talking
are-
about the one in
well,
back
she's
of
a
us?
broad. Yeah, but that's not
Yes.
the ones that
Oh.
Victoria's Secret. Anyway,
Oh.
that's just the designer,
Because
one of the
what are
dresses.
we
Is
gonna
it the dress that we're
I think that's
critiquing
What are
here?
we critiquing?
No, we're not going to critique it because
Oh.
that one is a nice one.
It's a runway
Oh.
piece.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
what I
runway
mean.
piece.
But the
Yeah.
next
She looks a
picture,
little weird.
maybe the next picture.
Well,
will
she
be one
looks
we can
hungry, but
cut
that's
out.
Yes,
what models.
right.
She looks
No,
like
but
she's
no,
got a
but
big
she's
flower.
and plus she's
Oh,
young.
honey,
Yeah.
but
And
they
most
all
models
look
are.
hungry.
That looks
all
like
of them.
finger
But if
painting
anybody
to
wants
me.
to see
Yes.
some of the best fashion in the world, go to Mary Katranzu or look at the latest Victoria's Secret with her doing all the new fashion. See, Mary Katranzu is known for her fabrics. She
Yes.
designs these amazing prints. That's how she got recognized. And she's just out there, and it's really beautiful stuff. And
Yeah,
even
we can't
they
see
even
one
made
of her
Scottish
dresses.
kilts look good and sexy in lingerie. Hard to believe a Scottish kilt could look good
Yes.
in lingerie. But I'm
Right.
Scottish, and so maybe
And
I'm
a little
partial.
bit of FYI about Mary Katranzu. She shows in London Fashion Week twice a year.
Ooh, oh God.
Yeah,
If I
that's
can
where
meet
she
her-
shows.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
London,
that's a good thing though with
Yeah.
the program of making these different prints and things like that, because obviously things change, things evolve. tastes
But the
evolve.
way she does her prints is very unusual. Okay, now this is another style. This
Okay.
is also a gorgeous style that
What
I
are
love
we
of hers.
looking
Is
at?
that
It's
hers
hard to
too?
see it, but this is all sequin and beaded. It's just
Mhm.
fun.
Is that
It
a
has-
caged parrot?
It's kind of no, I don't know what. Yeah,
I
I think
don't
it's
think
a
so.
macaw.
It's
It looks
a
like
parrot.
it
What
looks
has she
like
got on
Bluebell.
her arm?
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
Bluebell
Her
on our
arm is
show.
different than her dress.
I know, no,
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
just
Right?
the dress.
Yes.
I'm blocking the dress. I wish I could.
No, we're talking about her sleeves.
Her sleeves.
Yeah, yeah. They're
Does it
all,
go with the
yeah,
sequins?
it's sequins.
Yes.
It's all these different color
That is
stripes.
weird.
So if I
And
move, if I move,
I find it
wait,
unique.
Can you guys see the dress
It
better?
is
Yes, we
unique.
can see it.
No,
we
we
can
can
see it.
see
you
it.
can't see the.
I can
Yeah, I
actually
can,
see
I
it.
can.
At any rate,
Yes.
I like the bird.
Well, you know why we like the shoulders, the arm, because it goes with the piping elsewhere on the
Well, see,
dress.
yeah,
Well,
it's a
let's just-
really. It's
Which
you
is
can't even see
nice.
the full
I
dress,
like
but
it.
it's a very cool
Yeah.
dress.
No,
I like it.
we get the thing. Now,
Her-
granted, we
yeah.
don't get how it like it actually
Yeah.
falls on
Where's
her.
the bird? I
That
just-
part-
It's a dress.
that part
I'm in
we
the
get.
way.
Don't you just
I'm in the
love
way.
the
Right,
bird?
that part I understand. But what I'm
The
looking
bird
at
is
is just
right
the
there.
It's a
design
bird.
of it
It's a
itself.
macaw
The bird
parrot.
is blue.
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
macaw.
yeah, it's on the
Okay,
table.
But
we're
at
gonna,
any
we're
rate,
gonna critique nature.
her-
I
I
mean, what
want
do
to
we-
make sure I was
Yeah.
looking at the right thing.
Usually, I'll tell
Right.
you something with Mary. I was searching for red carpet looks, and actually, she doesn't have a ton of them. This is a red carpet look, but see, I'm going to move. You can see it a little better.
Mhm.
There you go.
Right.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
all
Well,
beaded.
it's a full length dress.
Yeah, and it's
Right,
a sequin
right,
dress. It's all
right.
sequins and beads.
With an interesting
Anyway.
top because it's not a décolletage.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
It's a boat neck. It
But
looks
see,
very, very
this goes to
nice.
what you ladies were talking about, which
Mm.
I disagree with a bit.
What?
About there's
What?
because things have changed in the fashion styling as far as the elegance and the classicness, which I think should still exist.
Mhm.
But because of maybe because I just from a musical a thought process to have that kind of thing, which will be seen as too out there. Where I would see that as something that is one.
You think that's too out there?
No, I don't. I actually think it's
I
actually
don't think it's too-
no.
It's
I
very
think
tasteful.
I think it's
I
nice. I
actually
think
like
it's ready to wear, which
It's
is
got all the
something I
colors
agree
of
with
Venom,
you.
Mhm.
Right,
colors of
and I
Venom.
think it's
red
something that you can
carpet.
style up
definitely
and
red
style
carpet.
down
Yeah.
And
at a
yeah.
convenient way.
I was
By
going to
the
say,
way-
she does have collections of red
Mhm.
carpet stuff, but really the bulk of her stuff is in ready to wear, which is fabulous because it's hard for regular people to find beautiful garments for every day that are of completely new shapes,
Yes.
new colors.
Right.
Everyone should look at Mary Cotranzu to
I think it's
project
more
into the future and think about
yeah.
what they're going to get into next, what their new quote unquote fashion statement is going to be next season. You may want
Yeah.
to take a peek.
So it is ready to wear, but it's more high fashion.
Oh,
ready
it's
to wear.
$1,000 for a
Yeah,
dress
it's
or
a
for
high
a top.
fashion ready to
Yeah,
wear.
it's beautiful stuff.
Yes,
High
that's
end.
not
I wouldn't
that
be
doesn't sound like a
able-
layaway
I wouldn't
program
wear
to
it
me.
every day. No.
It's
No,
couture,
no,
but
it's
I
not.
save it for a big event.
Yes,
But like
like,
she has these raincoats with bright flowers on them and stuff, and it's great. It's just a fabulous raincoat. You'd love wearing that raincoat.
That's like from the past though, with the flowers.
Yes.
Do you remember?
She's
The
still doing
past?
She's still
Things
doing
like
the flowers.
that.
Flowers
Not the
aren't going
Woodstock
out though.
area.
Flowers
No,
are not
no,
going
no.
out.
Era.
They're staying strong. They're
Let's
gonna keep-
remove Kevon in there. Leo him in.
Wait,
Why?
I just said, hey, look, you just said $1,000 for a high-end dress. I said that's obviously not a layaway dress. That's not a
That's
layaway.
one of the cheap ones.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
that's
exactly my point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Mary's very, very high end and couture level.
Have you heard of Mary Quant?
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Back in the day.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Back in the day.
Back
I
in-
really feel
In the
old.
60s. Yeah, in
We
the
love Mary
60s.
Quant.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
She was different.
And
too.
Poochie,
Oh,
scarves.
Right.
We did a
yes.
critique about
Mm.
fashion. Like
Yeah.
one of
I
our
have
last
to tell you
ones-
something about Poochie. Marilyn Monroe wanted to be buried in a Poochie.
Oh,
Really?
my goodness.
Yes,
The
she did.
scarves.
And many men wanted to be buried with Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, well.
How do you know that though? Because she died so suddenly. Did she?
Yeah,
really?
how did you know?
How do
Did
you
she
know
tell-
that?
Did you?
We
did she
finally
tell
have
you?
uncovered the secret to who
Let's
killed
find
Marilyn
out.
Monroe.
How
He wouldn't
did
kill
she
her.
Nobody-
find
he
that
wouldn't
out?
kill
That's
her.
what I
Killed-
want to know.
Marilyn Monroe, but I know for a fact that she wanted to be
Okay.
buried.
It was known.
Okay.
All right.
It was
all right.
known, you know, when
Okay.
Poochie was
It was
big
known.
back in the
Oh.
60s, and the only member of his family that actually worked because they were royalty, so they didn't work.
Poochie was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
the prince.
We all,
Mhm.
but it's so
It was
recognizable.
the strongest
Yes.
60s.
Yeah.
One of the
Just like
strongest 60s
one of my
favorites.
favorites is Gianni Versace.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
he does
yes,
too.
I
Well,
love
We
Yeah,
talked a
absolutely.
lot
Yeah.
about Versace. When you gotta look at one
Yeah.
of these last shows we had, where
Really,
he was
really.
going on about Versace
Yeah.
for a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you for sharing and coming to join us. I think this is our last segment, right?
This is our last
So we
segment.
have to say goodbye, everybody. We'll talk more about fashion next time. Thank you for coming to Be Bettina on socialmediashows.com. Bye.
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 Thanks for